welcome or welcome back. Where am I? Where am I? Welcome or welcome back. I am Jacob.
I'm Vivi.
And together we are
the Butter Bunch. And only us two.
Yes.
No one else.
For the time being, yes, that is the case. Yeah.
The true
in case
butters.
you're wondering, in case you're wondering what all of this is about, I've moved to Spain and I've just got an entire new setup. In fact, some of this stuff was actually bought and put together today, including this chair, in fact, because the apartment here didn't have that. So there you go.
I don't love...
Not sponsored, by the way.
The way your shoes are set up really bug me.
Oh, okay.
Because they're slanted.
Yeah, see, the thing about when I put shoes on, actually, is that no matter what formation they're in, go like that. See, so it doesn't actually matter for me most of the time.
Yeah, but it still looks wrong. Like, yeah, practicality, schmacticality, and all that, but like...
See, since Ada's not here, you're the one to complain about aesthetics this time. So there you go.
It's crooked shoes next to the door. What do you mean? I can't be the only one thinking that, right, chat?
Not sure. They're focusing on the white void and on Ghosty's ear not infection. I was gonna say ear infection, but just general infection, I guess.
Yeah.
Did Chuckles kidnap me? He's my roommate now. He's behind that door.
Yeah, you hear like a muffled...
Let me out of here! I wasn't told this was the time for streams. There you go.
He gets shoved into the closet and like the door gets locked when stream starts.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen someone come out of a closet since my roommate in clown college. Oh! Also, just because I want to show that formation, this desk also something that we put together for today. Not sponsored, but yes, it is an IKEA thing, and it has room for actually everything now. So I won't have the issue that I had before in any editing streams where I can't move the mouse around because I physically do not have enough space.
Are you taking the desk back with you then? Because that sounds like an upgrade.
It is an upgrade. It's one that will probably not fit on a plane, so probably not.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah. Oh well.
Are you able to get a refund on it and then order it again to go to like your place?
Yes. Dear IKEA, I've used your product for several months, but I'm not happy with it as of right now, so please refund my money. No, that's not how that works.
I don't know, you put a big enough fight, I'm sure they'll do something, maybe.
Yeah, like block the number. And anyway, let's get on with the actual video, because it's been a while since we've watched... Oh, wait. I guess... Yeah, it wasn't... I guess I did brand this like the Starship video. Hopefully Aiden does show up later because we did kind of wait for us to all continue that together. And he didn't say that he wasn't going to be around this week, I don't think.
No, there was definitely not.
Okay, so I guess we'll see. I mean, for right now, I only have part 1 rendered. So, but it's only going to take 30 minutes because NVIDIA graphics card. So, you know, I've had a lot of upgrades coming the past few months. Come to think of it,
in a few months, I'll also have an NVIDIA graphics card, hopefully.
Ah, yes, fair enough. Oh, yeah, that's right, because you're trying to figure out all of the different formations. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll fit. Pretty god it will, but the problem is that like getting the graphics card individually, very expensive. Probably the most expensive PC part.
Yeah, well, I will say it. Oh wait, no, I can't. I was gonna say I can lift this up. Yeah, probably looks like no.
Oh.
No, this is when Act 2 comes back into play. So I was just going to say it looks like this bump at the back here. I think it's probably the inbuilt graphics card of some kind, but I'm not actually sure. That could be something else entirely.
Yeah.
Anyway, with how white the apartment is, it looks very fancy. Or is that my brain thinking that?
No, it's just because it's white. It's very white.
Well, that was the whole point. With how white the apartment is, it looks fancy because it's white. That's the connection there. Anyway, probably better than my setup broken laptop and a book on my bed having to type using my phone. Oh wow, okay. Apart from the typing using my phone, I do remember that my old laptop actually, before I started using like monitors and a webcam, I actually in order to like align it, because I'm quite a tall person, I actually had a stack of books that I put underneath the laptop at the time so that I wouldn't have to constantly duck down to be seen on stream. So I've
You would have you would have been walking around like Scrooge.
yeah. I'll tell you something that was part of the apartment. This light that I'm using right now, that was just part of like the actual like decorative lights in the apartment itself. And I was like, hey, wait a minute, that's pointing roughly towards me. As long as I don't look straight at it because I'm blind for a second, I'm fine. So there you go. Focus so laptop can breathe. That was also a good thing, yeah, because actually because it had like the heaters, the coolers at the bottom. So that was a trick that I got recommended actually. That if your laptop constantly overheats, which that one did, to have it so that you could actually have like the ventilation, so it's like exposed, so you like hold it on something that's not like covering the entire surface. So you're doing the right things, that's for sure. Very much looking white chairs in the background. Yes, I have a feeling that a lot of this stuff was combination. There's a green chair there's somewhere here as well.
Why?
But just like a green like armchair is a bit more comfortable, I suppose. Then there's this one, which just an assortment of things.
Dude, while you have it, you should use that green chair for something for like a video, make a skit or something. Because you can totally use that as like a makeshift green screen, and I would love to see what kind of weird stuff you can do with that chair.
Yeah, problem with that is not sure if it's the right shade of green or if it's big enough for a green screen.
Sure. Well, no, I'm not saying it is a green screen. I'm saying that like the editing software and stuff might be able to think it is.
Yeah, I can like chroma key it or something. Yeah, I see what you mean. To be honest, with enough color correction, I can chroma key this entire thing. Actually, just depends. Just use a different color.
Yeah.
Speaking of Scrooge, Beatrice Carl tickets are out when chat wants to hit Chicago. Yeah, anyone that's probably not me, all things considered.
Anyone that has money.
Yeah.
Or lives in Chicago already.
Well, and has money, because I imagine they're not cheap necessarily.
Yeah, but going to Chicago would probably cost more of a penny than if you actually are there already and you can just take the drive.
Yeah. I don't know how long I can stay and watch, but I'm here for now. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and start the video so that you can watch for a bit further. You'll get further on this than Aiden did, so there you go. Anyway, I thought I'd do one of the video. Again.
So you see, sir, we were able to retrieve the science officer February, and she seems to be in perfect health and should regain consciousness shortly.
Yeah, we recovered the person that we were set out. There's good news and bad news. Good news, we got the person. Bad news is we have lost the rest of the crew. All of them.
As a side
except Megago.
note, the mission was an absolute success, but all of the Starship Rangers were left planet side and are nowhere to be found. So, but actually, the Mega Girl unit saw the entire thing happen, so she can explain. Mega Girl, tell Dr. Space Claw exactly how the Starship Rangers were left behind.
Okay, so obviously an Inspector Gadget reference with Dr. Claw, right down to being kept in shadows, never showing the face. The only difference here is I think Dr. Claw is usually shown like, from like behind, so you only ever see like the claw hand kind of thing. I wonder if they're going to do the voice. If that's Jim Povolo there, then that's perfect casting. But we'll see how that goes. Second thing is, I wonder if Megagirl is programmed to lie, or if she will directly say everything that she did, or if alternatively she will just phrase herself so she can bend the truth and has calculated conversation entirely, because that's also a possibility for a robot. So you never know. Two of these chairs are not like the others. But the green chair's imposter going to toss the chair into space. Well, I mean, I feel like they would both be in that situation, but sure.
My objective was to retrieve the science officer February. Once I had completed my objective, I returned to the drop pod. My objective did not state the return of any of the other carbon-based tier factories other than February, so leaving them behind was of little consequence, though a pleasure.
Right, here we go.
Excellent work, Megagirl.
Okay. Actually, wait, I think that actually is Jim Povolo. Did I call that? Someone confirm the chat if I called that.
By the way, I don't know if anyone's seen the old 90s Ninja Turtle movies, the live action ones. Space Claw kind of looks like Shredder, except without the sparkly cape. It still has the purple, but not sparkle.
I mean, that there could have been some inspiration. I think Inspector Gadget was on TV around the same time as this. Have you seen what Dr. Claw... Well, I say what Dr. Claw looks like. Have you seen what little we know of Dr. Claw, what he looks like?
No.
Oh, okay. That might be why. You might want to look up a picture of Dr. Claw.
I see.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Something like that, yeah. You have to cast the deepest speaking person in the your entire cast if you want to do the character justice. That's why I guessed.
What? You're praising her for leaving the Rangers behind?
Yes. Megagirl has shown much talent and ingenuity.
No,
With his filter sounds a bit more like Vader than Claw.
Well,
I don't believe it.
Yes, Ghost Kid, you did spell Shredder right because it's a pun. It is spelled in the same way that Shredder is.
Then what's the pun if it's spelled the same way as the thing that it is?
Because Shredder's a character, but it's named after Shredders.
That's not a pun then, that's just a reference.
It's not possible.
No, it is, because his whole thing is one to shred the turtles.
Again, not a pun, just a reference.
This is about. You did a very good job today, too, son.
I thought he was supposed to get you a him from the future. Oh, I didn't know this.
Thanks, Dad.
If it was Ninja Turtles, it would be him
February
from the future.
The planet alone so she could swallow a bug egg. So I did. And now we can take the egg back to Earth and start genetically engineering the bugs as our private army, just like we always talked about at dinner with Grandpa.
You're right. I'm very proud of you, son.
Yeah, well, I'm really evil over here, Dad. Hey, how are things going back at the Galactic League?
We're all evil over here too, son.
Good. That's good to hear.
Oh, so I'm seeing well, I was about to say they're using, all good and versus all evil as like a switch on that, but then he said, "Oh, I'm all evil here, good," and then kind of ruined the play on words there.
Hey,
anyway.
is Mom there? I was wondering if I could talk to her actually.
Your mother died a day after you left for your evil mission.
Oh.
I was about to make a "she's dead" joke, but there you go.
Sad?
A little. But I've met someone else. Say hello to your new mother.
Oh, hey there, Junior. Oh, I'm so sorry about your old mom.
So is this just the joke that Dr. Claw was never shown because he couldn't work out how to center himself in a shot? Because, I mean, if so, hey, new setup, I worked it out.
That's okay.
But I think we're really gonna get along, though, don't you?
Yeah, just don't start telling me what to do and stay out of my room, okay?
Oh, yeah, of course. Hey, honey, I want to send you something. What do you want me to send you?
I don't know. I need some headphones, I guess.
Oh, you want some new headphones, do ya?
Yeah, can I just talk to my dad again, please?
Oh, yeah, okay, here he is, kiddo. Bye-bye.
So, what do you think?
I do not like her.
Junior stepmom is like Aunt Petunia from Harry Potter. A little bit, actually, yeah. It's the pearls that do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, where'd you meet her?
Online. Junior, I cannot stress how important it is that you return with that alien egg.
I know! Criminy!
Confirm the egg's existence, then begin your journey home immediately. The faster that we can begin manufacturing the parasitic bugs as biological weapons, the faster the universe shall fall before the might of Dr. Space Claw and his son, Junior.
I'm sure everything will be fine, sir.
You should hope.
This is a new spin on the rule the galaxy as father and son idea. Again, definitely more of a Vader type.
So, Junior, because if you've watched this mission, you wish you were the one with an alien incubating in your chest.
Could that possibly be foreshadowing?
I know. But seriously, tell new mom to stay out of my room, okay?
Your privacy will be respected. But I did move your hover car into the garage this weekend, and I found something that has displeased me. We'll talk about.
Wow. Okay. I feel like if you are going to conceal something like that in your hover car, you wouldn't want to label it with your own name.
Well, yeah, but what if it's your dad's pot and you don't want to get them mixed up?
I don't know if you would be so disappointed if that were the case.
This later.
I can't hear you. You're breaking up. That's my friend. Stay out of my room. Bye.
That's my friends and it's labeled.
Exactly. Yeah. Honestly, he might be more disappointed that he was so careless and labeled it with himself rather than the fact that he even did it in the first place. He's kind of like Mayor Lauder in that case, I guess, where they were just like do whatever you want, just don't get caught. I guess.
Sure, yeah. I will say it's to be fair. Sometimes the logic does. I mean that the dad could be doing pot. I know my parents were always like against the idea of me smoking, which for good reason. This being said, however, big addicts.
That's probably why they don't want you starting.
Sure, but they also never bothered to quit.
I mean, I feel like when it comes to different types of addiction, it's more of a case of not being able. There's not just about like not bothering to quit, but I don't know.
It is if you don't make an attempt.
I did hear as the first step is acknowledging that you need to quit or why it's important. Then the second step is actually stating it that you want to do so, or something like that. I can't remember all the steps. Anyway, wow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I have a collection of it actually in my closet, as a matter of, and it's labeled by color. It's organized by color.
I was gonna say, if you weren't colorblind, I would have pointed out the redundancy of labeling something by color. But because I know you, that makes sense.
No, I'm not monochromatic. I made the same joke back on PSP where I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm colorblind because I was a mouse," and I was like, "Well, I'm sorry, rat or whatever." I was like, "Oh, it makes sense because they're also colorblind." And they're like, "Oh, so can you see anything?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm not monochromatic. It's not all black and white."
Well, if you were able to see nothing, you would just see like everything transparent. It's just you see into the void forever.
That would arguably be the most perfect vision. Because that means it just gets all of the light reflection and all that illusion out of the way. By the way, kids, light and color.
It helped us in D&D.
It does, yeah. By the way, kids, color is non-existent. I hope that sits well with you.
I mean, it's as existent as anything else that we have perceived in some manner and have decided to give a name.
Sure, but at the end of the day, it is only because of light reflections.
I mean, yes, but because the light reflections are so distinct, then that becomes the definition of color rather than whatever people say is reality. In that case.
But color is purely it's based purely on that. So if you got rid of it, it just wouldn't be there. So I don't know if that makes it its own thing, really.
Well, I mean, I have basically no sense of smell. Doesn't mean I don't believe in the concept of sense. It's real to other people. I'll put it out there.
Yeah, but at the same time, smell is not based on an entirely it's not based on an entirely separate thing.
I mean, how separate are we going here? Because I mean, I feel like it's pretty separate to other stuff. That's why we have 5 senses. They're all, perceiving separate things.
Yeah, but they're
We
all
can't destroy each other.
yeah, but they're all specifically within like the body. It's not like an external force, necessarily.
What about sound, though? Sound is pretty external. If you're
That's fair.
if anything,
about sound.
all the senses are perceiving things that are external through the means of our bodies.
No, right. But what I'm saying is that, like, whenever you're perceiving color, it's not actually perceiving color; it's perceiving the light.
Well, then I go back to what I was saying about the definition of color. If color is the light reflections, then you're perceiving the light reflections. Therefore, we must be perceiving the color.
Well, no, because the
just-
color is non-existent. It's just the light reflections.
I feel like the fact that we've given it a word for a concept that exists means that word must relate to something that does exist. What you're doing is just defining it. You're not contradicting what people think it actually is, because if people don't think about what that actually is to begin with, then they're not going to have a contradiction, are they? They're just going to be like, oh, that's what that is? Okay, well, there you go.
I don't know. I feel like it's a pretty big deal, the idea of it just not being a thing.
If indeed you think it is not a thing, then it would be a big deal. But based on what I just said right now, that's
Well, yeah, because
not really.
It's not. It's pure. Because it's not a thing necessarily of the world. It is just the sun.
Yes, and the sun is a thing of the world, as
Yeah,
are the materials that are reflected from
no,
it.
it's not. The sun is not a thing of the world. The sun is a thing of the sun.
Okay, of the universe, I suppose. Fine. All right. It's not a thing of the universe then, but it's but like everything that we're perceiving through the means of color is something that's in the world.
Yes, but it's not. Yes, the thing exists, but it's not color. Like the object exists. Yeah.
I mean, okay, I get what you're saying. You're just very clumsily wording yourself right now.
That was close. I almost got caught for smoking pot. Probably would have.
Yeah, this is what I was meaning. This is what I was trying to
Almost.
say before. Thank you, okay, is wonderful. Yeah.
Been grounded for the whole summer. Haven't been able to play ball with the guys or nothing. Yeah, that was close. Mega Girl, give February a full body scan. I want to see what's cooking inside of my little bug oven.
No sign of alien life detected.
What?
Okay, I actually, weird enough, when I was making the thumbnail for this stream, I actually was looking up because I skipped ahead by accident at one point. I saw there was like a particular like really scary scene of Mega Girl that was coming up, and I thought I'd put that in the thumbnail. I looked up Starship Mega Girl and I couldn't find it, but what I could find was weirdly enough a comic version of this exact exchange. Someone made like comic panel based on like the known activity thing with no context, and that just ends there on that one page. So I don't know beyond this point, but there you go.
She was in the hive for over an hour. That's impossible. Scan her again.
Full goes. You sound like Emily, actually.
No sign of alien life detected.
Damn it!
Sir, the ship's computers are telling me that a drop pod is now docking with the ship. It contains the life forms of the 5 Starship Rangers and one other.
Oh shit! They're gonna be pissed. All right. Quick, Mega Girl, make a fist and point it at me. Good. Ah, good. All right. Now get February to the sick bay and hurry. The Starship
What a fantastic way to get around the non-harming humans thing.
Rangers mustn't see you.
Is that the way the ship? Why is that the way that she shuffles away?
I like the idea of like.
Like she's got
the big-
wheels for legs.
I like the idea of like the big final battle with the robot is just the robot begging people like, please ask me to put my fist in front of you.
Exactly.
Please, anything. I beg.
¿Dónde está la robota?
I will point out this is not accurate Spanish. La robota. That's not a thing.
Wow, look at this place. Junior, what the heck happened?
I'm sure it was a brilliantly thought out line, only of the scale of El Rata Lada.
I don't even know what that's supposed to be, so yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, have you
I-
have you not seen the Batman?
Well, I've seen episodes of the Batman, but maybe not that precise
No,
episode.
no, the movie with the Twilight guy.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Okay, very good. But the main villain is the Riddler, and there's a riddle with that, and there's a lot of stuff there. But one of the biggest bits there is they go up to Penguin and interrogate him, whatever. It's a Batman movie, and he's like, "Well, you're the world's greatest detective, and you don't even know fucking Spanish," because it's
Okay.
it's not correct, which is intentional, but it's
Yeah.
quite fun.
Yeah. I can guess. Yeah. What I did here was say La Robota, which would be it sounds like it's meant to be like the female robot, but there is no female variant of robots in Spanish. That's why I was like, wait a minute, what?
It was Maggie Girl. She snuck up on me. I was just crying because she told me all you guys were dead. But I guess my tears must have made her mad because she punched me.
Punched you? Oh, let me see the boo-boo.
What am I? Commander Up, am I gonna be the same after this?
Oh, I think you'll be just fine, my boy. Ain't nobody ever gonna hurt you again.
I like how Commander Up's like left side, well, I guess. Would that be his? No, that will be his left side, actually. Yeah, that's the one where he's like that's the one when he's been like scarred, and yet he's saying that somebody who got struck in the exact same place will be right as rain. That's interesting. Riddle me this. I've got a puzzle to put you to tears. Translate this sentence into that I have made in broken Spanish.
Well, look what the garbage truck dragged in.
You don't think they got you, all right?
You give me one good reason why I shouldn't blast your faceplate all over the walls right now.
Because it won't do you any good, Taz. The only way to decommission a Mega Girl unit is to slowly lower her into lava. Everybody
Maybe that's why. Maybe she's just Mecha Girl and I just spelt it wrong.
knows that. Just save your energy. We're all gonna need it for our nice, relaxing trip back to Earth. Crander, restrain Mega Girl for me. We'll deal with her back on home planet. Ain't no way that we can.
Oh, okay. I guess that works.
Man, what an unfortunate placement to be able to do all that.
Honestly, I have seen far worse placements of things in different like mechanoid units and different things.
This here rock with.
Yeah, I mean, there's if you've seen Red Dwarf ever, there's a there's a there's a mechanoid on there called Crichton, and whenever he has to plug in like a vacuum, in order to like clean around, he plugs it into his crotch socket.
Oh,
So yeah, I've seen worse.
That many creepy crawlers down there.
No, we can't leave yet.
Okay.
I mean,
Princess Mega. I thought that she has.
she deeply
while you
wants
guys
to
were
again.
gone, I realized something. The ship's warp crystals. The warp crystals are missing. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. We're.
Oh, I didn't know this was in
Well-
space with Markiplier.
It seems to be every single space reference, even ones that didn't exist at that current point in time.
Guess this just means that we're all gonna have to keep our chins up and a song in our heart. Rangers, I want every single one of you to get back to your dormitories right now and take a bubble bath.
I would love to hear a General Up song called "Keep Your Chins Up."
We deserve bubbles on our skin. Oh, and Junior, I almost forgot. I need you to meet somebody. This beautiful young boy right here. Why, without him, ain't none of us would be alive right now to tell the tall tale.
Buck here saved my life.
Yeah, mine too, man.
And unquestionably mine.
Yeah, he's one tough son of a bitch.
Saved my skin too, Bug.
And mine.
I like how Mega Girl is actually not here in the scene right now, because then she would be able to detect the alien life.
Oh, Buggy, I was so worried about you. I thought I'd never see you again, and
Or in general, because last time you had your eyes blinded.
that would really suck because I never saw you the first time.
There we go.
But now we get to spend all the
Oh,
time
I
in the
see.
world
That's
together.
why she knows that it's him, because she can hear the
Yeah.
voice.
Yes. Go around with Totally Majesty when she has the fully white glittery outfit. Yeah. Also, by the way, I've been since I've been working on Weather Pops, I've been rewatching Super Pops to make sure I'm again using as much of the source as I possibly can. And yeah, it's definitely been an experience. Weirdly enough, Majesty didn't actually spend that long in the white outfits, all things considered. Like it was like season 1 where they changed it. So there you have it. But yes, 100%. That's like the visual people I've remember of her more so than the multicolored one, probably because it's less eye bleeding for them.
Guys, Bug, save me from those alien
I would argue
critical
all
problems.
of the I would make the argument that all of the Totally TV pop stuff is an eyesore to look at.
Yeah, and you'd be correct. I'm saying on the rankings of most to least eyesore, that the fully like multicolored Majesty is up there.
They were gonna plant an egg inside my chest or something, but Bug made sure we got out of there and found the other Rangers.
Well, thank the long dead God you made it, Bug. Can only imagine where I'd be if it weren't for you. Put her there, pal.
Oh, good, he knows the gesture. Oh. More or less. He knows it more or less.
That's a ticket. I want all y'all to take a page out of Junior's book and lie down.
Sweet
for a nice
Jesus.
snack.
Okay, that says a lot about this guy's strength, though. Because, like, what do you mean he just, like, clutched a little bit too hard and like, broke this guy's hand? You could hear the snap. Not even a snap. You could hear the crush.
Yeah, so either the original body that was on that was frozen on the planet was super strong, or Junior is just incredibly weak, or both. Honestly,
Here's the thing: if he's this strong now, imagine what he was like before he got muscle atrophy.
This is true.
Escort Mega Girl down to the brig for me.
No. Maybe I should take her. Make sure she don't try no phony business.
No. I think that Tootsie can handle it. Actually, Taz, I was kind of wondering if maybe, oh, I don't know, maybe you...
Oh no! I saw Tootsie like walking towards. Yeah. Oh no.
We could, I don't know, just go watch a movie or something. You know, like old times. Throw on one of our favorites, like, oh, I know. The Karate Kid. You know, the good one. Jackie Chan one.
I remember watching an old versus new that Nostalgia Critic did actually, where the Jackie Chan one actually won by like a thin margin as far as like, on the rankings and stuff. I also recall going to see that one in cinema, so I might be a bit biased, but I also watched the original one in Santa Asia, so you never know.
I have seen multiple of them, and I remember very little of any of them.
Fair enough.
No!
My stepdad was a big Karate Kid fan, though.
I do remember, I remember like the basic plot points of both movies.
To go work out. You know, in case any other killer robots try to kill us, and I'm the only one who can kill them.
Come on, Bug.
The only one, eh?
I'll give you a tour of our Starship.
Whoopee! And that's why he was advancing forwards. Here we go.
I'm all right. In case you were worried.
Damn, I was worried you would be.
I sure was scared down there, Mega Girl.
God, that's actually just me yesterday at work. I woke up very early. I'm not a morning person in general, but I woke up very early because maintenance came over to replace our filters in our rooms. And then I went to work. The problem is I work night shift, and so because I got up so much earlier than I would have liked to, I was so goddamn dopey, and I think this was the first time that I've met this specific manager. So based on their first impression of me, they must think I'm a fucking idiot.
You hear that? B works the night shift. Get on that, FNAF fans.
Yeah, man. I'm working it. I'm just so afraid that I'm gonna start hearing in the back room.
That sounds like blue through my through my pitch filter. Anyway, weak hand is how Junior can get his claws. Ah, there we go. There we go. So the entire claw family seems to have the weakest composure ever, and that's why they have metallic components. Okay, I see. I see. I went to watch Jackie Chan for the first time. She thought it was so good. Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. It's one of the things where like the remake and the first original is not like so clear cut, unless you have particular, nostalgic persuasion towards one or the other.
But she's gonna get bit or stung.
That being said, I'm surprised they made it Kung Fu in the remake, not Karate, because in the name of it. But there you go. Kung Fu Kid is also a great title for the record.
Or something. You must have felt mighty scared.
I don't feel anything,
To
ever.
be fair, Kung
To
Fu
me,
has already kind of been taken by Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, I'm sure that couldn't be shared around.
Emotions are simply the
Well,
definition of
if we're
human
just saying Kung Fu insert species, then it's like, well...
Well, I mean, we're doing Kung Fu insert age range.
Yeah, but you don't call a panda a kid, do you? I think kid is only applicable to like 2 species, and we're one of the 2.
Yeah, don't give them ideas. They'll make a story about like Poe's son or daughter called Kung Fu Pandaling in the future.
weakness.
Omega,
Yeah,
you could
especially they've cut all of the other Furious 5 out of it.
Hmm.
The world just wouldn't be the same without you.
My destruction is inevitable and will be of little consequence, just as my creation was of little consequence. I am a purposeless slave.
Mega Girl, shame on
You are not purposeless.
you. You may feel that you don't have a purpose, but I don't know what I'd do if it weren't for you.
Well, thank you.
My favorite part about being a Starship Ranger. Everyone's always shouting orders at me or using those weird-looking shovels and doohickeys that make me feel all dumb, but I like that I don't feel that way around you. When I talk to you,
I don't feel dumb around you specifically, the hyper-intelligent robot.
I don't feel confused at all. And that's something special for me. So you may feel that you don't have a purpose, but
The fact that he like actually says like, confused as if he got confused by saying the word confused, nice
I
detail.
like to think that maybe we were meant to meet on this starship. Maybe this is all part of God's plan.
Oh my.
He made before he died. What do
Yep.
you think?
I thought it was the start of the song, actually. The thought that he made before he died was would be the start of the song. He made a plane before he died. One last decree is what he cried. Mega girl. I don't know.
For me to accept that scenario as truth would require me to ignore all knowledge and logic I have been exposed to.
Oh, that's easy, Mega Girl. I do that every day. When they say you can't.
I would say that's not unlike Star Wars, the Star Wars Clone Wars specifically, not the Clone Wars, but just Clone Wars. It was the 2D version.
Yeah, so the Genndy Tartakovsky one,
Yeah. And there's a bit in both Clone Wars where Anakin learns about his future as Vader, but in the 2D one, he goes to like some like native caricature, and sees like a cave painting or whatever of like his prophecy, and I'm sure that was written by a bunch of just dead dudes that got a nice vision, and it's like, yes. The plan before he died.
Okay, fair enough then. Best song of Act 2, I mean. Oh, I mean, yeah, okay. Oh, that's right, because he said the best song of Act 1 was the villain song. Yeah. The chord isn't kind Denise's vocals because she was rather sick the notes of this song, though. Okay, well, I mean, you had me at lyrics here, but also I thought it was Meredith. Who the heck is Denise?
Yeah. I'm so excited to listen to this song that's gonna make fun of my entire culture.
What?
Wrong. And they say you can't feel with a heart made of steel, but you can't say that steel ain't
That is not how my heart is located.
strong.
It doesn't have to be. Again, they can put it anywhere they want.
Well, if that's who you are, just a meaningless star in the sky.
Is that the way to release the restraints? That feels like it's not, like, good enough. Because imagine if she has to try and, like, free herself and she just goes like this. Like, See? And free. There you go. You know, there's another good the thing about, having so much background is I can actually go up and, like, do actions again.
Tell me what is the meaning of what I am feeling if you are the reason why. Now
Oh, they didn't add the sound effects.
I may be dumb, but where I come from, folks say they're fine when I know that they're blue. But
That's very telling because, again, that's something we make fun of a lot in our gotcha projects. Every time someone says they're fine when they are indeed blue.
Well, that is exactly what again, this is making fun of Americans. That specific bit especially.
It's not just Americans that say they're fine when they're not fine. That's pretty universal.
That's just not true. That's just a thing that all of us do. None of us ever say our actual feelings to, like, anybody unless it's a therapist.
I mean, that's kind of my point, but just expanded to a larger, net.
I don't know you the way I do.
Your kind is frail and weak, and I want to destroy you all. You're
Why did you say
a
something like that?
disgrace to the concept of race and to logical science and law. But for some reason, why, when you look at me, I don't want.
Yes, this is the same person who plays Tom Houston in Black Friday. Yes, that is correct. And I believe also Dumbledore in the AVPM series as well. Oh, Denise is February 2nd. Oh, okay. I was about to say, yeah, fair enough then.
Programmed this way, believe when I say you're the one anomaly.
Hold on, did you actually? I feel like she went Scottish there for a bit there. Programmed this way.
You might not be smart, but there is a part of me.
You know what? I want a Scottish robot now because I want to hear a Scottish robot. That sounds amazing.
That's starting to make a break.
Different characters into this and Black Friday. This is true. Yeah, there's a much more translation. But even between this and Dumbledore, he looks incredibly different as well.
There were quite a few years in between.
This is true, yeah. And when you see him as Jafar as well, another transformation, yeah. I was about to say, there we go, yeah. We haven't seen Jafar on this channel yet, but again, we'll get that one.
I thought you said Jarfar for a second there. I was like, part of the Star Wars parody.
Well, they do have Jar Jar in that one. But, yeah. Around like 15 glow-ups, yeah. There you go. Oh, this was 2011. Oh, I was actually further along than I thought it was for some reason. I don't know why.
No, you don't know you. No way I do.
I adore when there's like where someone's like having to like sustain a note, but also like having to do a bunch of expressions to process emotions at the same time. Now that is acting through song right there. There's actually a famous example in the movie The Mask, actually, where if anyone's seen that one with the Cuban Pete musical number, where somebody has to like pretend they've been like controlled, and then they suddenly like realize they're being possessed by the song immediately, and then suddenly are like into it in the span of like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I hear it's very different than the comic series it's based on, but if you guys haven't seen The Mask, I highly recommend it. It is such a funny movie.
Yeah. No songs of the comic version, to my knowledge.
Sure, I hear the comic version though is a bit darker and significantly more bloody though.
Yeah, I think it was the goriest comic that had come out at the time. Yeah, not sure if it still is though. Not really.
Who knows?
Actively investigate. Someone is bound to it in like 30 years since then. It was been like, no, challenge accepted. I'm one-upping this or something like that. I have no idea.
Yeah.
This kind of gives Granger Danger vibes. Yes, I think so. And potentially, I think there might have been a song like this in MAMD based on like, the romance of that series. But again, I blocked that entire musical from my mind, so I don't remember.
I never expected.
My wires are
find someone like you.
When you know where.
This is another thing that I really love to do as well, is having like parallel lyrics. People think this is actually like a very difficult thing to like write conceptually, and yes, coming up with the actual things for it, that's the difficult part. But actually, having things that will match the same tempo as each other, because the music already does the work for you in that regard. It's actually easier to split that up than it is than people think. But yeah, the difficult part is definitely the lyrics. Like the wires are protected. Good lord, I love that.
I don't know anything, but you're giving have a clue. I can see past the surface, finding the
I have mixed feelings about parallel lyrics. I feel like this is a good example of like they're saying different things, and that's like nice if you have the lyrics in front of you, but otherwise it's real hard to know what anyone's saying in songs.
I do understand that, and I also remember that you specifically said that you like to have the lyrics in front of you in order to like.
Oh
help
yeah,
with
even just normal
yes.
lyrics are kind of gibberish for me at times. So having this thing where like they're both saying two different things, it's cool from an artistic level, but I don't know a fucking word.
Yeah, yeah, I can understand that. Although that does also incentivize someone to go back and rewatch it again, so it might have been a technique for them. You never know. No idea what's going on. Well, it seems that a human and a robot are finding a bit of more of a deeper connection than either one thought that there would be. Anyway. Oh, there we go. Yes, thank you, Country Bone Robot Girl. There. Thank you, Vesta. Exactly. That's what's happening.
that is hiding.
Oh, forgot. I was going to say actually. I was going to say that one thing they could have done here actually is like for the part where they actually start like matching up for Tootsie to be more legato and her to be still staccato still, because that would make more sense, like the stilted robot versus the smooth and more sustained human speech that AI is still trying to replicate to this day.
Your life and purpose, and all of a sudden I.
It's been robot Roma. Is Megagirl based on Roma? like for a Roma person? Is that did I just miss that context?
Like I run into something that no one has seen.
What?
And these
Okay.
are the airlock doors. But don't press that button, all right? Or we'll all be sucked out into space.
And that is what we call foreshadowing.
Wow, this is all so great, February. I can't believe I'm on a real live working starship with humans and everything. I mean, all this time I had no choice but to imagine what all this was like.
And is it everything you ever imagined, Bug?
And more.
I thought he told her that he was a ranger. I guess she's just too dumb to realize.
I think he
never imagined-
did. I would like to assume that she's just assuming that, he's been gone for a while,
Yeah, but not like it's the first time he's been on here. Like,
No, but depending on how long he's been gone, I mean, we know they at least changed their outfits since he's been gone.
Oh, my phone edited romance could delete faster. Oh, okay, fair enough then. All right.
No, you're right, Bon.
I
This
was
is
like-
the one. This is the one about ants and other bugs. That's why his name is Bug.
Yeah.
Anyone like you, February?
Bug, I know I seem like this complicated girl. It's like I'm a Starship Ranger, but I'm also really pretty. And I like science-y stuff. But
Yes, all of those things make a complicated character. Having an occupation, looks, and a personal interest. Truly, the depths that we have gone to as writers.
really, that's all in your head. I'm actually pretty simple.
You are pretty and simple. You sell yourself short.
You're perfect and wonderful, how I hoped you'd be.
February.
No, Bon, he is a bug. He's just
Mm-hmm.
not a bug right now. But in spirit, he's a bug.
It's like Bill Murray with space and bugs. Yeah, there you go.
But it's really enough for you be just a human
Something
being.
I need to
And
tell
I
you.
know you'll agree. That's all we need to make all
You're
our
a dream come true, but
If this life has an ending, I'm glad that I'm spending this short little time with you.
I'm so much more
Okay, I heard it with the U part, yeah.
than what you thought before.
Oh my goodness, four-way parallel lyrics. Oh no! Oh no!
That we have gotten
Get to know you.
You don't know, you don't know.
You don't know you is the way they think they both say to each other. Okay. There could be a lot into that from both of their perspectives, actually.
The way I
It's again.
See, I guess that's what you do in the when you don't have the like the in-house effects. Just make them yourself. Yeah.
That's oh no, that's the noise that I make all the time.
Okay. For you, I think that's different connotations than
Jacob really just went, yeah, but you're autistic though.
I have actually seen a YouTube short about this very topic, actually. So you're not alone there.
believe that you have one of those on your Starship too. Let's check it out.
Oh, rats.
Oh, you make an
Okay, that's a
unfortunate noise.
Yes, because that's a new noise. Yeah, do you make that one as well?
I sure don't. Not well. Well, sometimes, but not very. Not unless it's special circumstances.
When you get punched in the stomach.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Oh, yes, Rex, I did. It's been a heck of a day, hasn't it, Rex? Almost getting eaten by a giant spider. That must have been pretty scary.
In retrospect, I suppose it was, sir. But at the time, I simply found it scientifically fascinating.
Bullshit! I think somebody's putting on a dead goddamn brave face. Specs,
You need a therapist.
why don't you get over here right now and sit on my lap?
No thanks,
Excuse
Santa.
me, sir.
Well, the world
I'm Santa the therapist.
always
What
looks
would? That's a good point. How? What?
What do you want for Christmas? Took a fruit depression? Well, boy, howdy, I can help with that.
I really do want, like, oh no, guys, chat, help me out. Is there a show where Santa's a therapist? I
don't
need
know,
this.
but Festa wants that show for General Up, I think. Or Commander Up, my bad.
Oh my God, Bond got the joke. I hate it. What an awful thing to say.
a little bit brighter.
To quote Bond from earlier, let's calm things down.
From on top of a lap.
I really don't
I
think
gave you
about
an order, soldier.
it. Okay. Well, okay then.
Surely HR has some opinions about this.
Well, if HR is run by either robots or someone under, Dr. Space Claw's payroll, maybe they don't.
You're just tired, is all. That's why you're being so crabby.
I suppose I am a little.
There you go. You got a tour of duty off in dreamland, don't you? Sergeant Sandman needs big, brave, sleepy little soldiers like you to lead his teddy bear platoon.
Oh, Sergeant Sandman for Colonel Sanders. I forgot if we heard that before, but I just made the connection.
Have a grinder.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Take this little hero off to bed.
Oh, yes, sir.
Whoa, watch your head.
My daughter. Jeez.
Oh, in private.
Yes, sir.
If you don't tuck her in tight, I swear I will see you court-martialed.
Yes, sir.
Hey, John's run by K9EX.
Hello, sir.
Oh, right. The one dog in the space school.
Why, if it isn't Buck, my oldest
Well, the
friend.
dog actually might really like it.
Come
then.
on
The
in.
dog might be like, "Oh yes, bounce on lap. I enjoy this. This is good."
That
effect."
might be. That's probably why it's approved. Yeah.
Soldier, what can I do for you?
The thing is, sir, I need some help.
Which reminds
Got
me,
a
actually,
problem.
I've noticed that whenever I go back to my parents' place every once in a while, I've noticed that all the dogs are very excited to see me, which isn't too much of a surprise, but they all have very different immediate responses. One of them just wants to run around the house and play. I mean, he enjoys being held, but he really just wants me to chase him. Another is just desperate for physical attention at all times. So I'll have to pick him up, otherwise he will just start hopping on me. And then the other one just kind of looks at me and then gives me a hug and then needs belly pets, and that's it.
I feel like the vast majority of that describes my youngest cousin on different given days.
That's fair.
It's maybe the biggest problem ever, and I am not smart enough to figure it out.
Don't say that, my dear.
No, it's true. Commander Up, what if someone likes you a lot, but they only like you because everything they know about you is a lie?
To be fair, Vaughn, you're not too far off. My animals have historically enjoyed me more than most of the other humans in the house.
So this is about me.
Mainly because I'm the one who actually took care of them. My parents never could figure out how to actually take care of an animal.
Kind of you.
No, not exactly. Do you want to talk about that instead?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
It's gonna go in his lap now.
Here. Why don't you take a seat on my lap?
There it is. Yep. All right. Open up the first stream of the house with a good old prediction. Don't fall asleep now. We've got a confession to make.
Well, Berg, I'm not the same as I used to be.
Festa, do you want to like sit on the laps of every single cast member of this? Are you,
Someone clip that one.
You're becoming the second Abby.
I've gone 8-ball. I'm soft. I've been soft ever since my injury.
Well, what happened, Up?
Vaughn, I'm not up. I'm not on his lap.
Usually talk about it. It's
Well, you're not usually on top of a lap, are you?
How do you want to do on the weekend?
You're right. It was the final battle of the robot war. The last push in the assault on.
I know what I said, Abby.
See, I tracked down the robot's final deposit of phazon. Without it, the robots wouldn't have been able to power the Gundam Wing Zero units, and
I forgot they called it the Gundam Wings. Again, just every sci-fi reference they can get in here.
the war would have been as good as ours. Taz and I, we were fighting together inside the hulking, smoking remains of Metal Gear, holding off
Yeah, well, I mean, he's already very clearly the aesthetic here.
thousands of robot sentinels. But suddenly, Taz got flanked by two of those terrible Autobots.
I just
Autobots.
Okay, I just got a notification from my mom saying, "We're back at the hotel. Are you online?" Like, Well,
Did you get the notification, Mom?
well, on the Butter Bunch, probably not actually.
Oh, did she not watch the Butter Bunch?
No, I don't think so.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, Jacob's mom, if you're sorry, Jacob's mom, if you're if you're watching this, hi.
Well, she's not. That's what I was getting at. Okay.
I love the Transformers reference, by the way. Also, I love, and I got to think about this recently. The Transformers just are the most uncreative name, truly. Cause you think about the word
transform.
trans, well, not just that, but like the word trans just means change. So they change form, and that's literally their entire name. Who in the board said, "Hey, you know what we want to name these things that change form? Change formers." You're muted. There you go.
Anyway, so yes, it makes sense that there was a toy line first, so of course they want to keep the toy line simple. A lot of stuff is like that.
I guess I just think there could have been a more creative name.
It's like hex bugs, for example. Like, okay, these things. What are we going to put in this name of them? They're bugs, so the hex bugs. There we go.
Were they? I mean, did they have 6 sides though?
Did they? I think they might have had 6 legs actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of stuff is like that for sure.
Oh, SpongeBob mac and cheese. Now that's a blast to the past. Jacob, did you ever have SpongeBob mac and cheese?
No, but I had regular mac and cheese a couple of days ago.
I mean, regular is good, but that's SpongeBob. It's the same appeal as Dino Nuggies. Yeah, it's the same thing, but really, it's not.
What about TMNT? That name is weird. Yeah, it's another example of they are the thing that they are.
Well,
the thing that they are is much weirder. That's the real change. That's the real difference. Yeah.
Okay, 2 things. One, TMNT was meant as a joke, because it was originally one comic and it was a parody of Daredevil and X-Men. Canonically speaking, the mutagen was originally meant to be the thing that blinded Daredevil. So that's kind of where you have like the teenage mutant thing. Now it's also not necessarily true either, because after they picked off, yeah, they were teenagers for a while, but I think nearly every run of them has had them turn into adults, and there's never really a distinction.
Well, if that's the thing, is they turn into adults as time goes by, so the name still makes sense to begin with.
Yeah, but it's just very weird whenever you're like, oh, I'm reading the newest issue of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What do you mean Leonardo's in his 50s?
Well, actually, now that I think about it, turtles live until like 150.
Oh, yeah, they live for
200 years old. So maybe we're going by like Star versus rules where like based on like your lifespan, that's when you classify what you are, sure, if you're a teenager or not. Maybe that's it. Anyway. Surely not your fault, Jay. Last week, the original D&D group with Torbeck and Chuck its own way into my social media. Wouldn't leave me alone. This is all your fault, Jafar. Yeah, the fly. Yeah.
Well, sometimes they'll
just to it.
Well, so there is like 1 or 2 versions that I know that will just trim it down to Ninja Turtles. So, like, that's totally an option.
I guess.
I ran to help her.
Actually, that is what they're called in Spanish, because that was too long a title in Spanish, so they shortened it. Just like SpongeBob SquarePants, actually. For the intro song, they just say SpongeBob because it's the same amount of syllables.
What are you doing so
Okay is wonderful. It says 150, dude, and still young.
Party on!
I only have 1 eye left and have wrinkles, but man, I'm still a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
They picked me up with the tentacles. and held my spread eagle in the air. It was then that that son of a bitch, Optimus Prime,
Well, there we go.
turned to me. And his chest opened up and he shot me with a circular buzzsaw.
Okay, can we all collectively agree never to show Quadzy this video? Okay, okay. And if you don't know who Quadzy is, then you're keeping the promise. There we go.
Slashed me right in half. Vertically. Like hot dog style, not hamburger.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, hamburger will be horizontal. You didn't have to. Okay.
Yeah, I survived somehow, but my entire right side of my body.
Yes, Fester. The original TMNT cartoon was censored for the UK even more than the US version. It was the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Because they did their best to try and make sure their weapons were used less than the American version, and that's also why the American version used them less later in seasons as well, so that way it'd be more suitable. Yeah. Which I still think is...
Wait, no, it's the Americans who are responsible for all the different censorships and the different explanation of stuff.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened with you guys politically there. I don't know what the point was, because you never really did it beyond that first cartoon.
No idea. Yeah, I'm just thinking of like Code Lyoko, for example. Apparently, the reason that none of the romances really paid off in that series is because the Americans wanted to tone down the turn down that aspect. So they thought that'd be less appropriate. It was like, come on, they're French. They're gonna express themselves.
Which I will say, I talked about this on the Pokemon stream with Aiden, the most recent one, and we were talking about, because there's a very popular comic series running right now alongside the main one called the Last Ronin. It's also getting a game adaptation soon, but it's also getting a movie soon, and it's gonna be the first rated R Ninja Turtle movie. And Aiden and I were talking because I've always found it a bit weird how the shows are always targeted towards children, which is why everyone thinks it's a show thing first and not a comic thing first, because that's just the one you grow up on. But it is like a genuinely like at the minimum for teenagers in most of the time for adults in the comics. And so we were talking, and if the movie does well, and I will say I really don't like how often they're adapting the same story over and over. If it's original story in the same universe, then fine, but I don't like whatever. But if they make this one rated R film good, it will open up the mainstream Ninja Turtle fans up to rated R Ninja Turtles. And that would open up like a world of possibilities. I really hope it does well and they don't screw it up.
Yeah, I for one am not shocked that all the shows are targeted towards children, because you think of the name Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and you're like, okay then.
Sure, I guess, yeah.
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 But beyond that, everything else you said makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird to me because the source material just isn't.
Mm-hmm. Of all the episodes, how that gets none of us were too hardcore. The one that's most associated with ninjas out of the entire roster.
Hey man, wait! Hey, imagine if it was the 2012 version where his nunchucks have like retractable spikes that he can pull out on him. Mikey in the 2012 version was bloodthirsty. At no point do they ever address it. But I need everyone to understand that Shorty and I were rewatching the original 2012 first season a while back. And Mikey gets so close to killing people way more than the other turtles do in that show. Like,
is it kind of like Super Pops and how no one, like, until we came along, no one talked about Majesty and like the unhinged stuff.
Maybe I don't know, because like Bradford was like Mikey's favorite guy or whatever. He watched on TV in that show, and I think this might have been the first appearance, if not second or third. It was before he transformed into Dog Pound. And Mikey, while Bradford and the fish dude are talking, Fish Face, I think it was his name, Mikey jumps up in the air, pulls out the retractable things, and goes like for his head. And if it weren't for a children's cartoon, and Bradford didn't turn around, he would have gotten like a spike in the skull.
The irony of Ninja Turtles not going for the kill because of a children's cartoon. Well,
yeah. Which, by the way, that is why the footbots are always robots in the shows. For context, they were not originally robots in the comics, but they were so integral to their mythos that they couldn't just get rid of them. So they're like, how do we have them chop these dudes up and still let it be watchable to like 10-year-olds?
Yeah, robots that have always been like, expendable in that particular way. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a robot.
Speaking of robots. Oh, okay. So that makes sense actually. Why? Because I was gonna say his right side seems much more like pristine and maintained than his left side. But yeah, that's probably so. Yeah, that's the one that's replaced. Then fair enough.
Wasn't sliced perfectly in half, Bug. No. See, in the heat of battle.
I mean, also he's only left with the side of his brain that processes emotions, and that's why he's gone soft.
My ample body was glazed in sweat. Look.
Where is this going?
Into a breakdown,
The
apparently.
sweat had plastered my nutsack to my right leg, and
Sweet Jesus.
when I got slashed in half,
Alright.
I lost it.
So this is why he went soft. Okay, I stand corrected.
Anakin can relate to your resentment.
Well, Anakin lost a lot more, but yes.
The only thing I got.
Sure, I mean, but at least maybe then he could have fucked, but he can't even do that anymore.
I mean, I suppose he probably was in too much pain to do so anyway. But yeah, actually, you know what? Speaking of Quadzi, I do remember one time where Quadzi showed me another draft of a fanfic involving herself and Vader, and I was thinking to myself, like, you do know what's going on down there, right? Like, or rather, what isn't? You're aware of that portion of this, right? Bit more fiction going on here.
It's my left side of my body that survived. It's my human heart. Now you know, Bug. I ain't got no balls.
I just wondered how Vader peed. Yeah, that's true. Oh, well, actually, I wonder how he digests in the first place, because depending on how high up Obi-Wan cut him, he might not even have a stomach. How does he eat? That's a big question as well.
So if I recall, I think Obi-Wan only cut the legs. He didn't actually even get to the balls. It's the fire that got there.
Oh, well, even how far did the fire spread?
Well, it got to his head, so it spread pretty goddamn high. It's really up to how much it burned away.
Yeah, again, how does he eat?
Yeah, I'm sure they have an answer somewhere. I don't know. I mean, we know we can at least take his thing out. I assume it didn't touch his internal organs, so he can probably still internally process stuff. I imagine shitting is excruciating, and I
imagine it's impossible. He definitely does not have a large intestine anymore.
Well, I don't know. He might, because it didn't go to the inside of him, you know?
I mean, okay.
So I imagine he probably still has stuff in there. It's probably just really rough to have to poo. And in regard to peeing, maybe the urethra hole. Because what connects that hole on your penis is like a tube.
This is KW's worst nightmare. If KW showed up in the stream right now, just okay, what are we doing here?
Biology.
Every time we discuss biology on the stream, KW always comes in and was like, no.
Yeah, KW's not a big fan of biology.
No, definitely not. Oh my goodness. Feeding tube and stoma bag. Oh, I guess, yeah, inbuilt into his, like, suit. Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right. No idea what you're talking about anyway. Well, she has no idea, then you shouldn't frighten her so much, because what was what was there to be frightened of then? Or fear of the unknown, I suppose, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, yeah, you guys are probably right. He probably does have a liquid way of consuming it, but he still has to get it out somehow, you know.
Any reference? I've got any reference in mind, but I'm gonna wait until until I've got a proper setup for it.
Yeah. I'll say one fun fact is he does make sure, like, I know in the current canon he actually was given the opportunity to make his suit more comfortable and like actively refused to do it because he thought the pain made him stronger.
Yeah, you've talked about this before, yeah.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Umbridge. Whose spells? I see no need. Oh wait, no, wrong. Okay, I was gonna say wrong Umbridge impression. Yeah. I see no need to use my spells in my classroom. Yeah. No, I've absolutely, but here we are with Umbridge again. So you know.
Also, Abby, I also was a big fan of Star Wars much longer than 5 years. Like most people, the recent Disney films and shows really kind of, you know, it's not great.
But you see, Bug.
Not the Mama Umbridge. When we're talking about Star Kid, that's the Umbridge I think of. So yes. Also, by the way, I forgot to mention. Speaking of mamas, I checked the message before. The question was, "Am I online tomorrow?" Because to make plans. That was the full message, not just "Am I online at the moment?"
Oh, hey, Jacob's mom, if you're watching this, I was only given a certain amount of context. I didn't mean to mock you for no reason.
No, yeah, because I saw like the notification like readouts, and then just like, "Are you online?" Like ... I was like, okay, I'll check that. I'll check the full thing just in case.
The problem is that to be a good commander, you gotta be okay with death. Can't be afraid to take a few casualties.
Mother butter.
But now the thought of losing you, Taj, even that candy-ass Crandor, it's just too much for me to take. I mean, I used to be able to look at 10 Marines getting slaughtered and chopped to bits by angry robots, and I wouldn't even blink an eye when they got splattered on my face.
I feel like you should blink an eye at that point so you don't get an infection, but you know.
But now I can't even make it through the "Sir, I Want to Buy These Shoes" Christmas song without crying.
Another one,
and I know it's a cheesy song, Bug. I know. But the mama's gonna die in it.
Oh, no one tell him about Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
Oh, yeah.
She's gonna meet Jesus. You better have some new goddamn shoes.
I've never heard this song, but okay.
Hey, you know, I guess we have to watch that at the end of this. Listen to that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, these reviews get copyrighted all the time anyway, so.
It's okay. I don't think your problem is that big of a deal.
Well,
don't say that. That's not the way to phrase it.
I mean, you know, some psychologists might say it's quite bad, but you know.
Yeah. You know what? You know what? They should have had like one of those like big dum on the piano at that point.
I remember, and I don't want to say his name actually because he has a band, or well, he was in a band, and you can still find it on Spotify. But I had a U.S. geography or history teacher, one of the two, back in middle school, and he carried on over into our economics teacher in high school later. And I remember he told us this story about his dad who started getting better more recently. But for most of his childhood, his dad wasn't like the greatest of people, because he was in Vietnam, and everyone knows how that went.
Yeah.
And so he had a lot of issues with flashbacks and PTSD and alcoholism, and it was never said, and I don't think our teacher even really wanted to say it out loud, but it was pretty clear he probably was a bit abusive too. But he very recently finally went to a psychologist to go get it worked out, after like decades of just denying it. But he went to the psychologist. Apparently the psychologist, what they'll do, and I don't know if this is every so I'm sure it does, I'm sure it's not, but I know this one would like antagonize him as much as she could, or they, I don't know the gender, until eventually the dad was like, okay, I'm gonna like kill you right now and all that. And it was basically to see what the breaking point was. So,
Are you saying the dad was there at the time? Was this like a joint counseling thing are you saying?
Yeah, so
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
the dad was the one going to the psychologist, and our teacher had been there in the room.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying the teacher
No,
was
no.
what happened, and okay, right, got it. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't sound like standard procedure to me. It sounds like that does indeed happen sometimes. Happens a lot in like fictional dramas, because that's definitely a way to get some of those good old YouTube short clips going of characters being cold as ice or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if that's entirely standard, but I guess that is a way to demonstrate what a person's claims were, I suppose.
Yeah, get like an official diagnosis, or even be like, hey, yeah, so see, this is an issue.
Yeah. And also the fact that that no one clocked onto the fact that they're all grown people. They can walk out the room anytime they want. But the fact that wasn't even the option they went with.
Okay,
It's kind of like with Maddie. She asked Treat Pop to ask me to block her today because she's too lazy to do it herself, or think like, oh wait a minute, I can just do that myself. Like what? Of course.
Also, I guess Maddie just didn't watch the video either, because it was pretty clear by the end of it that like it's not even like the reason it came out had nothing to do with you. It was because of mutuals.
Well, the reason it came out at the time that it didn't have much to do with me. The reason I made it in the first place had to do a lot with me.
Yeah, but at the end of it, it's very clear that it came down to like, oh hey, this is definitely just because it got to like the mutuals. So I don't know that blocking would do it doesn't matter at that point.
No, absolutely not. And for the record, people are constantly sending me stuff to do with that. So so it wouldn't make a difference ultimately anyway. But yeah.
did you know that there is nothing deadlier on the entire bug world as a giant mother spider protecting her young? When its brood is threatened, that spider becomes so vicious that nothing, not even a six-pool zergling rush, is a match for it. Yeah. And it will protect its babies until every last ounce of pus is drained from its exoskeleton. Because that spider cares for its babies so much, it becomes the most feared creature on my world. So you see,
I mean the world of the bugs that I was trapped on, of course.
just because you care about stuff, it doesn't make you weak.
You think so?
Yeah! You know what? I think the old you, he was just killing out of hate.
Oh, I was.
Yeah, but what you need to do is you need to find a way to kill with your heart.
Kill with my heart?
I think that's what the Crusades were about, actually.
Well, I mean, they killed for other
You
reasons.
tell me. You're the smart one. Besides, I like you the way you are. I like you because of your big heart.
I just met you, but
It's what Up needed to hear. It's
I
fine.
like you too, bud. I like you because you are nice to me.
Well, alright.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought I was going a different direction, but yeah, fair enough. all right.
I think I would have rather they just made out, actually.
Really?
Well, I feel loads better. What were you talking about?
Oh.
What's your problem? Tell it to me, and I will help you out as best as I can.
Okay, well, you see, the thing is, I like this girl.
It's not Taz, is it?
No.
Good, I like Taz.
Okay, bit weird considering the mentor-mentee relationship between the pair of them, but we'll come back to that.
Wait, it's not Specs, is it? Good. Well, then who is it?
It's February, the science officer.
I was gonna say there's like 2 other options.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love how they're
February.
sticking with the Giants.
Yeah.
She's
Well, I mean, yeah, because I guess that's what she told him, so he doesn't know better right now.
Oh, I know, she's the greatest. But I lied to her, Up. I lied to her big time. And now every time I'm with her, the lie just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and I feel like if I tell her the truth, then
Every time with her, all 2 times you've been with her.
well, she'll just hate me forever.
Oh, Bug. That's bullshit. If there's anything that I just learned, it's that being yourself isn't a bad thing. You just gotta show her how good the real you actually is.
Yeah?
I mean, if you can accept me, a nutless old, sappy old, washed up old gal, then there ain't no reason that she can't accept
what?
you.
Oh, you're right.
Wait.
What do you mean-
Yeah,
what do you mean,
sorry.
what?
Gal?
Well, I guess I guess it's got nothing down there anymore. Maybe that's what he's considering as a transition.
You're damn right I'm right. You express your true feelings, and that makes you a tough son of a bitch. Now go kill her.
I will. Oh, I have a great idea. I'll take February back down to the hive. I'll show her how great bugs can be. That there's no
You're on a course away from the planet right now, I think.
way she has to be afraid of us.
That's a fine idea, son.
Yeah, the mission was to retrieve her. That definitely won't backfire immediately.
Oh, Up! Can I have the keys to the drop pod, sir?
Well, I'm not supposed to give them out, but yeah. Make her yours.
Thanks, Up. You're the best.
No, Bug. You're the best. Dead Godspeed, soldier. Yeah!
No, this has a few. So just the Firebringer and the "You're the best" line. He's intersex now.
Interesting. I should spy on people more often. What does that bug want with that science idiot down on Bug World? Mega Girl! I've got
The way that he emphasized the word "bug" twice, I still didn't get it.
one final job for you.
Please state a command for me to service you.
I'm tired of that bug's meddling.
Man, I wish that they had made a joke about like the fact that like she comes in and is covered in like in like lip marks or something, but hasn't bothered to wipe them away. Just never addresses them. Doesn't even notice.
So I'm gonna follow him down to the planet and make sure he doesn't return from his little love cruise. Oh yes, I think that bug's about to have a little accident involving his head and my zapper. Then I'll shoot him! Now get that February girl impregnated by those bugs even if I have to do it myself. So what
I mean, he's going down to the bug planet with her, so
What I need from you is a little diversion. Something to keep this spacehead crew busy while I'm taking care of my business down on the planet. That cool with you?
Unable to accept command. My inhibitor chip makes it impossible for me to harm humans.
Ugh.
you just have to distract them. You said you make a diversion, but you don't need to harm them to do that.
I didn't say harm anyone. Just raise
Yeah,
some
exactly.
hell. Break some shit.
The probability of a A Mega Girl. Unit surviving battle with an armed Starship Ranger without the use of her own lethal weaponry is a percent equivalent to 0.
Oh, okay. I guess there is some limitations to the unstoppable, force that is Mecha Girl.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. You see, how much I care about my Mega Girl unit's survival is also a percent equivalent to 0.
You make me sick. You are nothing like my boyfriend, Tootsie Noodles.
Yes.
So there we go. So now she's feeling resentment towards him because now Tootsie has made her feel things. That's not how I wanted to phrase that, but that's how it came out. Great, fantastic.
Wait, what?
I said, you are not even half the man as my boyfriend, Tootsie Noodles.
You should have said not even half the man of Up, who's half a man. Anyway, never mind.
Wait. Tootsie Noodles. The guy that dated a stack of hay.
Yes.
Yeah, now he's dating wires and metal. You see the pattern here. The stack of hay was a scarecrow, I think.
That is the one. His simple nature is charming to me. Earlier today, he asked if the holodeck needed sandblasting.
Again, he can actually use... anyway.
It was cute.
You can't be serious. You have a thing for that piss-brained hick.
So what if I do?
This is my favorite version of a robot unit falling in love with a human of any kind, just because you keep all the funny mannerisms, but you still add the extra stuff on top of it. That's fantastic.
Flashbag.
Well, it's just that you're a soulless hunk of metal that can't love, and the only reason Tootsie Noodles is trying to get into your jet pants is because he thinks you're human.
You are lying.
No, I'm not. I mean, I could if I wanted to, you see. That's the cool thing about being human.
I forgot this lore. I forgot the lore from last time. Yeah, alright.
I'm not just some pathetic imitation of life. I'm the real thing. I guess, I guess that's why your romance is so funny to me, because if Tootsie Noodles had any intelligence at all, he'd be able to figure out what you really are. A tool.
This is true because she did state a bunch of times what her thoughts on humans were and the fact that she wants to destroy them all, and immediately he got excited about that. So he just hasn't processed it.
Tool we humans use. You're like a toaster.
But in fact, on Red Dwarf there was also a talking toaster for some of the series. Which gets decommissioned later because the joke got old.
You're a toaster.
Say that to me again.
You're a toaster.
Spits a bit of burning toast in his face. There we go.
Oh.
Okay, that works too. Well, I thought that was against your programming, but alright, I guess.
You disgust me. I will find a way to expose you. And although I am unable to tear your puny human body apart, there is an 86% chance that your crew will.
Okay. Well.
Why 86% of all the crew against him? I mean, well, they don't like him, but enough to tear out his heart?
I was going to try and do this covert, but what the hell? You think I need this crew? Wrong! You're working for me, Mega Girl.
I feel like there's a recording device on her, so as far as working out a way to expose him goes, it's probably a very easy task.
Whether you like it or not. Because you see, all I have to do is remove that inhibitor chip, and then you can say goodbye to all those behavioral programs that are making you think you got a little crush.
No, please.
Well, actually, that would be a good thing for her, because then she can start harming humans, right? Don't think he's thought that one through.
Please don't.
Yes, you'll become what all robots are at their very core, mindless killing machines.
No, stop.
Yes, which is not a good idea for this mission, including your very presence in this moment. Hello.
Stop doing what you are doing.
You'll wipe out this entire crew along with that fart knocker Tootsie Noodles!
No! Annihilate human enslavers.
Well, what was that someone was saying before about, her rising up against her oppressors? Well,
Yes, kill all the humans.
Turn. There we go. Yep, the turn. This is surprisingly a very simple method that I don't think Megagirl was going to use.
Oh god. You stupid goddamn robot. Okay.
Kill, kill, kill.
Does she not have, like, sensors or anything? Like, who programmed this robot? What?
Kill, kill.
So all it takes to fool Megagirl is to stand behind her. Cool. Sure, alright then.
Hey man, later on he's gonna throw on a pair of glasses and a fake mustache.
She has the same object permanence as a Minecraft Enderman.
Well, here we are. Oh, watch your step.
Oh, she bragged about them earlier. Well.
Bag, I just want to let you know that I feel really safe with you. But this planet seriously makes me want to blow chunks. What was that?
Oh, just a happy little cricket chirping a tune with its fuzzy little legs.
Fuzzy legs? Gross. What is this, France?
February,
Okay.
I brought you back down here to show you something, okay? Something that can't be said. And once you see it, I think you'll understand me a whole lot more. Understand where I came from.
I have sensors that do. Yeah! What?
I did make a meme for this.
I hope you'll
though.
be able to accept me
I
for
will
what I
say.
really am.
I'll try, Bug. I'll truly try.
Cool. You see, because this is where I grew up. In this hive on this planet. And I know it seems strange and alien
And butt-ass fugly.
Yeah, but I'm beginning to see that it's also got a lot of beauty, too. If you look at it the right way.
Like, I was beginning to see it. Like, he'd grow up here all his life, and again, he just hated everything about it.
Come here, let me show you.
Oi! Aren't those a couple of those monstrous aliens which butchered our kin?
Aliens? No, that's no alien, that's Bug.
Yeah, and it looks like he brought a friend with him, too.
That's no friend. That's his girlfriend.
Oh, girlfriend. You mean his June bug?
His honeypot.
His flame. Oh, but she's a who-man. That means she has a skeleton on the inside. Gross.
Yeah? Well, I bet she thinks you're pretty unappealing, too. Unless, show her otherwise.
Ooh, but we're not supposed to make contact with those guys. Yeah.
Don't be such
Well, I mean, Bug didn't care.
a walking
I guess he got banished, so yeah, fair enough.
stick in the mud. Think of all the nice things Bug's done for you. For all of us. And if he's gonna live happily ever after, we're gonna
What has Bug done for all of them? Like, everyone who is here at the moment?
have to help him.
Well,
let's
he
show
left them.
After he got banished, after being banished, he was forced to leave. That wasn't even his
Is
volition.
Human how romantic us Bugs can be. We'll wrangle her heart.
But how are we supposed to do that? We don't speak human.
Oh, maybe if we sing deep from our dorsal tubes, she won't have to understand to understand. Do you understand?
No.
Here, follow my lead. Look how the silkworms sway in the wind, weaving
Different
their
song
silk.
objective here.
Regardless of what you've done or where you've been, they'll give ya beauty.
All you can hear is.
See how the dragonfly dances through the flowers, a brilliant ballet at 15 miles an hour. There's no admission to this vision of beauty, and it might be slightly different from the things that you may know. You can't deny there's something special when you see the night sky glow. So look out It's around every corner. There's something magical in the air. Don't hide from your eyes or ignore. There is beauty, beauty everywhere.
I feel like moths and butterflies being different means the silver scab is also different, but anyway.
My larva trying to pupate for 2 to 4 months.
Oh, hey, Bugette. We're just trying to get bug laid.
What?
Oh no.
Bugette, help us out.
No. Why would I want to help out that skinny bitch?
Because Bugette, he loves her.
Huh? He loves her? Oh, fate is a cruel stinger through the subesophageal ganglion.
Check out the bees, they don't buzz around for money. They do it for free, making love, making honey. Spread.
I mean, if there is like a concept of like money on this planet, I feel like they probably wouldn't make that analogy, unless they know that humans are really like, you know, into money, I suppose.
In pollen, how can you not fall in love?
I love the idea of like all they know about humans in their history books are, oh, it's the capitalist creatures.
Yeah.
It might make you sneeze, but you better believe it's beautiful stuff.
Does she even notice that they're singing to her, or just think like they're just flying around making a bunch of noises to try and make her feel welcome?
Well, maybe like she knows they're singing to her in the same way that we know that birds are singing.
Of the caterpillar, the best show in
This is just what K-pop sounds like to Westerners.
town. The ending is killer. There's a marvel, real life marvel to be found. And it might sound cutesy, but there is beauty all around. And it doesn't matter if you've got 12 eyes or you've got 2.
She doesn't know he said 2. Does Bug not remember that he said we can speak human?
Because nothing needs any more than one to take in the view.
Hey, first date with a human, huh? Uh-huh. Hey, well, here's a tip. Be sure to have at least 3 instances of romantic physical contact throughout the evening. That'll steer you well away
He's already had one, actually. It's sort of like hugging her from like behind before.
from the friend zone.
Oh, great. Well, now you've said 3.
Hey, and if all else fails, girls are nuts for chocolate.
Okay, I guess. What, chocolate? Chocolate?
Okay.
What do you mean chocolate?
Sorry. I thought you were about to make a SpongeBob reference there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I understand why, but also, like, what do you mean chocolate? It's
Well,
already
he's
weird
not
that they have it
wrong.
in SpongeBob. How do they get chocolate on the bug planet? Do they grow cocoa beans here as well?
They make chocolate in the same way that we in America make chocolate, with other bugs.
There's a lot to unpack there, so...
Oh, thanks, mister.
Yeah, yeah, some of our chocolate brands are a bit weird. There's a reason why if you look
A
at
bit
chocolate...
weird. The way you're saying with other bugs implies that they're made from, like, other humans.
No, not other no, just bugs.
Okay.
Which isn't much better. Yeah, there's a reason why you'll see a lot of people whenever they're reviewing like American chocolate will be like, it's different than ours.
Okay.
Yeah, our version of chocolate still tastes good, and I'm sure it's somewhat adjacent to normal chocolate, but it's not quite chocolate.
Oh my goodness, it's been so long I don't remember, so...
It's not real chocolate. We love our artificial flavoring.
Yeah, but are you saying they use both the actual ingredients or like the manufacturing process?
I don't know. I don't know at which point the bugs get introduced.
Where does the bug end and the chocolate begin?
Good luck, you two. Bye.
If you're preoccupied with what's on the outside, you'll get lost in how it can seem. But open your eyes and you'll be surprised to find out how much more something
I just looked
different
up. Oh my god. So I guess this is a good sign that I'm not bullshitting everyone. Yeah, I looked up bugs in chocolate just because I was curious at what point it does. And to begin, the very first result that's not AI says, "Did you know that your average chocolate bar probably contains insect parts, according to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration? Anything less than 60 insect pieces per 100 grams of chocolate, around 2 typical bars of store-bought chocolate, is deemed safe for public consumption."
So at least they are referring to the fact that, yeah, the insect stuff is usually not the safe stuff. Well, there you go.
Yeah, but it's safe as long as long as it's at least 59 insect pieces per 100 grams, though, because it says less than 60. So you can have 59 legs if you want, and it's fine.
Yeah, I guess, each weighing a gram or something. I don't know. Apparently, in Hershey's, there's something called butyric acid, which is found in vomit. Well, I said a lot of stuff will be found in vomit because it is what we put into our own bodies. But yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but I think hold on, read Abby's next message. It really wraps it together
Official
nicely.
vanilla flavor comes from the butt of a beaver, I think. Well, I tell you what, look at what Kopi Luwak is made from. That's another one. So you're telling me when I'm eating Hershey's, I'm getting bugs and vomit? Vomit, at least. I don't know about the bugs necessarily, but you're getting the vomit.
Oh no, you're getting bugs, just not 100% bugs.
We had a scandal like 10 years ago over here. Not over here. I've just realized I forgot I moved countries. In the UK, where apparently a lot of burgers in different shops were found to contain horse meat. Yes, which was there was named like the horse meat scandal. Using to Tesco actually. There's actually if you've heard of the program Top Gear, there's a joke they made at one point. It was like, "Hello, horse. I shall call you Tesco." That's always stuck with me. It's like, well, that's a product of its time. Because by the time that episode aired, they already kind of like mostly cracked down the scandal part. So yeah, to my knowledge, that's not the case anymore. But yeah, it was a huge thing. It was like, wait a minute, this is stuff that we really should not be accepting. So yeah, I'll definitely look into the insect parts thing outside of that. But it seems unlikely that it's extended past the US.
No. As I've said, whenever people review U.S. chocolate that is not in the U.S., they do make a distinction. Hey, this is not what we're used to.
Right. Okay.
For us, it's completely normal. But to be clear, I think we're just used to it.
I don't know what to put it in my body. I mean, as long as you're not like vegetarian or something, like I am, for example. But then
No, but Abby did just describe most Americans thinking about becoming vegetarian.
Yeah, well, honestly, I've heard this from a lot of people actually. When they discuss like the that this is why people like admire vegetarians so much, and to a lesser extent vegans, because the whole vegan stereotype being like too outspoken about it. But yeah, vegetarians and vegans get a lot of admiration because they are willing to do the things that like other people aren't. Yeah.
I have always questioned where the vegan stance of like being against milk comes from, but
well, most of the time it is due to like the condition that a lot of milk is actually grown in, but you can not grown in, farmed in.
It is grown, I guess. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Right. Sure. Anyway, the conditions the cows are kept in. Sure. Yeah, but you actually can look at things. A lot of the time, they will say free range something. So they free range eggs, free range milk, and that it does mean that they've used they're giving the animals the quality of life.
Yeah, because milking is not necessarily an inherently bad thing. In fact, cows will actually attempt to do it themselves if a human doesn't. It's quite painful if they don't get milked. So I've always kind of been confused about that one because it's like, isn't that a good thing?
It's the same thing with eggs actually, because they're gonna get laid one way or the other.
Sure.
It's still a lot of them will go to waste otherwise. So yeah, that's kind of my stance on that, and that's why I'm an ovo-lacto vegetarian specifically. So I will eat eggs and milk and dairy products, and then that's the That's the upper limit. So I'm not a pescatarian because at that point again is still. I don't know why there's a distinction. Actually, some people, I'm more confused by pescatarians actually because they're like, oh yes, I don't want to eat animals on a moral concept. Anyway, let me chat on this fish right now. Like, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
But don't you get it? It's a lesser celled organism. Maybe that's the logic, right? I don't know. Because I mean,
suppose you got to go far enough back on the evolutionary chain or for it to be morally okay. I suppose. Sure,
that's true.
All right,
yeah.
then.
Yeah. No, don't you get it? Well, hey, I guess us humans did kill the other human breeds, so really, it's just natural.
Yes. And that's the other counter argument that it is like natural. Like we are at the top of the food chains. We have evolved as omnivores, and yes, I do understand that from that perspective. Sure. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I'm not going to demonize anyone for eating meat. No. It's just like it's
my approach to it has always been that I don't think I will ever hunt. I dislike the idea of killing animals, but I also acknowledge that it is like that's just nature. That's just the cycle of life. Every animal kills animals. So it's like, I mean, whatever, it's cycle of life. I do acknowledge my place in the food chain, but at the same time, I think my issue with it comes down to our sadistic nature of it. like a lot of us are very sadistic whenever it comes to, I'm just going to go kill this animal, right? It's one thing going off to go get food. It's another whenever you go overboard,
That is true. Yeah, a lot of people hunt for sport, and it's like,
I've always been a big thing of like, hey, I know like that's a big thing here, but like I genuinely think that like hunting for sport should just be illegal. If you're out trying to get food, fine, but if you're just killing them because you want to go kill something, then let's calm down because we're the reason a lot of things are going extinct.
Yeah, I can't eat things with feet.
that limits a lot of things.
I was gonna say, don't eat the feet, and then you'll be fine. What do you mean?
Unless there's things with feet, so I guess
So I guess that's the distinction. All right, fair enough then. I look forward to yours next batch of snake soup.
We don't got any kind of worry. Our way.
Apart from, I guess, you should have worries because you're constantly in danger of being eaten by your own kind.
Life is lazy.
Well, okay, Fester, I don't know. Okay is wonderful, and Fester, I see the point. Because
factory farms, but the thrill factor gets weird fast.
It does,
right?
Yeah. No, it's true because like you'll have I remember being in school and people would miss school and teachers would be totally okay with it once they hear this reasoning of like, oh yeah, I missed school because I was off hunting, right? And they would talk with their friends. Oh yeah, I got this new like automatic weapon to go kill a deer, and it's like, okay, a little bit weird, man.
Why is this an excuse to get out of school? Go to class first and then do your hunting on the weekend or something.
Execution is higher priority than education. And Fester, here's the thing. I understand the sentiment of hunting can be good for invasive animals, but what I say to that is we're invasive animals.
We are actively hunting each other currently.
Like sure, I could agree with that if, we weren't the same thing that we're saying is okay with like if I'm just saying if we want to, this is the same logic for neutering where it's like I understand why some people are fine with it, but I just view it as playing God. Honestly, if we're like, oh, we need to limit the amount of them, how about we just start chopping off sexual predators? I mean, I feel like that's the most moral option there instead of chopping off a cat's cock,
I suppose there's no mechanical reason why you couldn't do both.
Sure, but I just mean I find it odd that we're doing it to like innocent creatures as opposed and we won't even think for a second doing against like the worst creatures on Earth, which is like the sexual predators of us.
Yeah, I will say we do have a history, depending on where you're from. There's a history of chemical castration used as a punishment, so you get sentenced to that. Most of the time was for being gay, but again, it was It's something that was practiced
Sure.
at some stage. So maybe that's why it's not done anymore. It's like it was seen as too inhumane based on what people who went through it. Like
Yeah,
the
and it's
aftermath of that.
inhumane because of the reason. But I think like people that are sexually assaulting little kids probably have it coming.
I mean, I can understand that as well. But yeah, I'm just thinking like maybe that's why it's not been discussed. Although then again, I can imagine that'd be a very hard thing to run as a political campaign. Actually,
That's fair. There are reasons why I could never be a politician. There are reasons. Here's the thing. I think I would have some really good policies. I don't know that the wider American sphere would agree.
So, what are your policies? I've seen on this list here for your campaign, bring back chemical castration.
No. But don't you get it? Just people that are proven sexual criminals.
Only those that deserve it.
Only pedophiles.
Given your track record of phrasing things unscripted, I'm not. That's probably best that you don't run for office. Yeah.
Also, Frederick, Wabbit season, pedo season, Wabbit season, pedo season.
Oh no.
Hey man, if I can get enough of you on my side on this, then I won't even have to worry about the awkwardness of running for president, right? One of you will do it for me. Eventually, this philosophy will just become wide enough. Hey guys, I don't know if you've noticed this over the course of these streams. We can tell I'm a little bit of an extremist. I don't know if that's ever come across, but
when I rounded up 3 of my closest chums and said, "Hey, let's make a community channel in 2020," I didn't. At no point did I think it would devolve into this 4 years later. What led us to this point? Let's keep watching the video.
There are domino effects,
Beauty everywhere. It's all around, kinda weird, but that's neither here nor there. You can face it, embrace it, no need to fear the beauty. Beauty everywhere.
I just realized that Bug is also singing this song. Is he singing the song in insect language or in human?
Beauty everywhere. Beauty everywhere.
I wonder also if he has if he has the vocal cords that are required to speak Bug anymore. Maybe he does, because February's still incredibly confused. Anna's having a physical reaction.
Oh, that's gonna be a good sign to them, though.
Probably, yeah.
But she excreted her filth for you. Wake
up!
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
Bug.
Yeah.
Look, I know that you're a boy. So you like bugs and boogers and peeing standing up and shit. But
That does describe a lot of the 80s toys that we mentioned in a previous conversation in this stream.
I'm a girl. And I just think that all of this stuff was really gross.
See, this is the thing. She's so simple, she abides by the gender binary to a T.
What? I mean, maybe if this planet was inhabited by a race of shoes, I'd be really impressed. But it's not, so I'm not.
Oh, February. If you didn't like all those really pretty bugs, I'm starting to think you might not like what I have to tell you either.
Don't be a space case. Bug, it's not like I was disgusted
I like that
by all
expression.
that stuff because it was
Oh,
really
it's such a
pretty.
good. Do you think astronauts have their own lingo that they invent?
Maybe. I was thinking about by this point, like deep into the future, so they definitely would have. But as far as astronauts, yeah, maybe. Not sure.
Right, because I mean, they're kind of separated from like most of society. Do you think like they just naturally like diverge a little bit there?
I'm not sure. It depends, like because a lot of astronauts that unless they're like on a mission, that they're usually that they wouldn't be like in massive groups outside, like off planet. So most likely not. And if they are in massive groups, it tends to be like international groups. So by that point, you're not like developing lingo with everyone else.
All that stuff because I irreconcilably
yes,
hate
slang.
bugs.
Yeah, exactly. International Space Station. You see, yeah, that's the thing.
So, but anyway, enough kidding around. What was it you wanted to show me?
Well,
What would help me understand the real you? Like where you came from. Oh my dead God! The starship you crashed in, that's what you wanted to show me, isn't it?
well, not exactly.
Yes, because there are warp crystals there. We can use the warp crystals from the starship that you crashed in to replace ours that are missing.
Assuming that they're in good condition. That's honestly like quite a sound plan from her.
You know what, Bug? I do accept you for who you really are. A genius.
Great.
All right, Einstein. Now quit formulating world-changing bagel companies and take me to your starship.
I forgot for a second that Einstein Brothers is the name of like a bagel company. It was like, where's this going? Okay. Because also, you would think that in the distant future there'd be like another like scientist they mentioned before Einstein, or maybe not. Maybe Einstein was the pinnacle. We just don't. That's it. It's all downhill from here. But I don't know.
Oh my God, that reminds me. Holy shit, I need to try bagels again, but like the non-plain bagels at some point.
Fair enough.
That's a thing that I have to do still.
Okay. If there are plenty in the UK, if you're ever around.
25 years of no spying, now twice in one day.
Yeah, mail me some bagels, man.
Looks like that bug really is
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can do that from here. Actually, I've got to check in the supermarket tomorrow for some other stuff.
as smart as everyone says he is. But you know what they say, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. I think I'll use bugs to repaint my walls. Wait, no.
He's doing the the drinking, like the slurping face.
No, I'll kill him in a moment.
Surely this
fine.
has to be excruciating.
I mean, this is like very subtle.
I'm fine.
All right, sweetheart.
I mean, sometimes they can sneak up on you, like the hornets in my room back home.
Yeah, but at the same time, the difference between the hornet in your room back home is at least it's like a needle size, This one is just an actual small sword.
Suck off! I ain't had a fix all day!
Yeah, but you'll be the one that's bug chow if we don't get this guy to pincer. Come on.
Well,
I guess, one human body for another. Fair trade, I suppose.
Well, see, Abby, bagels I've heard are good, and I've had plain bagels in the past. I just think they're greatly overrated. Like I've had them, it's like, man, this is just bread with a hole in the middle. There's nothing special about this. But then I found out last year that they make different flavors of bagels, and so I'm like, okay, maybe I'll give those a try.
Yeah. Personally, I like to have plain bagels with any type of bagels with melted butter. That's my
but that's still just toast with a hole.
Well, yes, that is true. So ultimately, it's the same thing as that you're saying. Like, okay, well, I mean, if you're a fan of toast, then you'll be a fan of that combination. Yeah. Wow.
I guess I don't know. I guess it's just because I was introduced and I was expecting something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And there just wasn't.
Then definitely not. I'm a cinnamon bagel girly. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, cinnamon raisin they do a lot in the UK actually, with not so many raisins. Oh, did I skip back? Oh, dang it.
Yeah, I think cinnamon bagels was actually the thing that introduced me to there's different types.
Oh wait, no, I didn't skip back. That was just the end of the part one of Act 2. That was it. Yeah. Hold on. I've got the other one. I read the other one.
Do we? Okay, sure.
I mean, unless you want to cut it off here, because we might be able to finish this off with Aiden at some other point.
No, I don't care either way. It's just after 2 hours, you're usually a bit ready to go.
That is actually true. Yeah. I mean, of course, you know, I was gonna say, well, clearly, I'm gonna have some plans for tomorrow. So, yeah, who knows? Yeah. Which actually, now that I think about it, is probably not the best idea anyway, because I actually messaged one of the teachers at the school we're working at, because he said to like let them know when I'd be here to go over like some papers and stuff. So the fact that now I'm saying like, oh yeah, message me about like some plans in the morning, it's like, wait a minute, probably should clarify that a little bit beforehand, because the person I'm waiting to hear plans from is not them. So
Yeah. Bon asks, is the time zone much different? I assume in reference to Spain in the UK.
yes, and it's 1 hour of difference. Yeah.
So no, not much different.
Yes, but it does ultimately mean that I am considering changing the time that I do streams on the main channel specifically, or potentially just non-weekends. Well, until I get my schedule, I won't know for sure. But it's one of those things where it's like, well, I mean, I'm gonna have to actually wake up a lot earlier, so I'm probably not gonna be. I don't want to be spending so much time late at night doing streams anymore. So I'm gonna that's the only stipulation, I suppose. Too earlier, I assume. Well, no, I'm just gonna go early because I have like a actual work schedule. I don't mean that I'm gonna be getting up earlier because the time zone is earlier. Like that, no. And times it's later for the record, so even then.
Yeah, It's not gonna be my approach where it's like, yes, I have work on this day. I guess I'll just do a 10:30 a.m. stream.
Yeah. And also, why was earlier your presumption if like you look on a map and where like the UK is versus Spain? There's a very clear distinction on the Greenwich Meridian there as well. So
no, I think Bon is asking like too earlier, like you're
oh
just
right, change the time zone to earlier. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Oh yeah, that's true. Bon is exempt from the rule of Americans don't know geography because he's Canadian, so probably knows.
Yeah, Bon is exempt from the American rule of you don't know geography. Maybe because he's not American.
Okay then. Well, yeah, I suppose we can. I suppose we can leave it there for now. We can come back to Starship when hopefully there'll be the three of us. Because again, has Ada said anything? Nope. No,
nope. It is just my meme.
Oh, not sure if I not sure if I get this one, but I'll put that on the screen just in case.
Chat will like it, I'm sure.
Okay. Oh wait, I forgot. Yeah, Butter Bunch counts, so I can't do that.
Oh.
Different. Yeah, different stream plan. I want to see if I can still make it to streams if you start earlier. Yeah, that's my concern at the moment. Actually, is that if I start 2 hours, thinking like it's like okay, well it's an hour later, so I'll start an hour earlier. But yeah, I was gonna say I'm not really I'm not entirely sure yet if that's what's going to happen or not. Again, depends upon I actually get the schedule. I might be called into the afternoon on some days or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so Act 2, Part 1. Well, that was I'd forgotten a lot of the stuff because again we've been watching the Light Life for so long, and accounting for all the D&D sessions. That's not a good point actually. D&D as well, because then we start.
Yeah, that's a good point. Hey guys, we started stream at a normal time today.
Yeah, but that also means that that we'll have to like that we'd have to go back to doing that for the finale of. Actually, wait, no, that guarantees that Aiden's going to be around. So yeah, because he's in that with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know that there was that one stream where he just stayed in the VC.
Oh yeah. I think he might have like forgotten that Thursday was usually Butter Bunch Day beforehand, which is one of the main reasons we try to finish at a decent time.
Which is crazy to me because it's every Thursday.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's because like now Thursday is that commitment versus the other one or something. It's not like both,
Yeah, I guess.
eggs in one basket type of deal.
Sure.
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, okay. So the actual, so the actual, the whole act itself, definitely have a number of questions, particularly continuity wise as far as Mega Girl is concerned. It's interesting that they've actually found a way to like have a breakup programming temporarily, and it was like as easy as it was. Like considering that Tootsie figured it out, for crying out loud. The there's no entire wars fought against this particular species. So yeah, exactly. The one who was the least confused, Can we watch the Pregnant Man 2 for next stream? On here?
That does sound like something we'd watch on here.
Yeah. What? Yeah. I don't know what the next actual. Oh wait, on Gacha review, Mega Girl isn't idiot proof. They didn't consider that. They didn't think about the implications. No. Okay, fine. Well, on Gacha review maybe. Because I will say like the next one on the consecutive list was supposed to be Nightmare Daycare, so yeah, I never know. Might switch it out with something less horrifying. The Pregnant Man. Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Yeah, we'll see.
Nice
For the record,
tame.
to answer my mum's text question, I do intend to be online tomorrow because I didn't have a stream yesterday and obviously not one today on the main channel, so I want to definitely do one on Friday because yeah, that's just what I normally try and do. Yeah, traumatized, exactly. Precisely. That's the dilemma here,
So mom and dad are getting a divorce. Which one do you go with?
Oh, look, another text. I'm kidding. That'd be wild. It's like I saw them hours ago. Anyway, right.
Yeah, that dinner date it went south hard.
Right. Actual review time of this. Yeah. So continuity aside, I do like that the characters are managing to open up. It's interesting, like how quickly Bug manages to catch on to the fact that they're living a lie part was not very good, because quite frankly, I'm not sure if Ariel ever noticed that in the in their source material, where it's like, was this just right what I'm doing here? Anyways, so yeah. Who even knows? But yeah, like the scene with Up particularly, that was nice to get a bit of the lore dump. So
I mean, in Ariel's defense, I know it's meant to be a love story, but at the same time, Ariel did not want to go up to land for a dude at first. That was not the intent. She just wanted to be on land. I don't think she really cared about what the guy might have thought.
Well, I mean, from what I remember, because it's been a number of years, that yes, her intention was to go on the land first. Then when she actually escapes for a bit, she does see the dude as well. So by the time she's asking to go on land, it's for both those reasons. Maybe the first one, but like that's why that was focused on so much as well.
I mean, yeah,
which is a relief, because like at least she actually liked him. If it just turns like, oh yeah, you want to live freely on the earth, well, you gotta get a guy to kiss you in 3 days without a voice. I don't make the rules, except I do. There's a contract right here. I made the rules. That they are. So at least they covered everything in the correct orders they were supposed to. So
deal time.
But yeah, like the whole questioning like your actual like goals and motives are referring to like somebody else. That didn't come to Arrow, but it did to Bug. I like that. That's the distinction between them, because obviously Bug doesn't have the whole, lack of voice thing, because his voice was the thing that identified him in this case. So there you go. Yeah, as far as like everything else goes, yeah, not really too much else to say about that apart from the I guess the scene where Up like decides like tuck somebody in or like order that as the thing. Like I'm not sure what that was in aid of, and I'm sure we're gonna forget to address the whole I like Taz thing in the next video. That's gonna come out of left field for us. So if next week we're suddenly like, whoa, where did that come from? As far as like something that happens, like a remark that's made or something like that, then that's why. So prepare for that, I suppose. I think that's pretty much everything to talk about regarding this. There were only like a couple of songs really, and one thing one of them we couldn't understand. One thing we couldn't understand in universe, the other couldn't understand out of universe, I suppose. If you're if you're not comfortable with parallel lyrics. I really thought they were gonna go 4 ways at that in the end there, and it's like, whoa, if they pulled that off, because I never seen 4-way parallel lyrics done in a musical before. I'm sure they have.
I don't think I've seen it in a musical, but I think I've seen it in general.
Oh wait, I've seen it in a pantomime where like everyone's like chanting different things at the same time, but like but then like they added like each every time. But yeah, that's apart from that, not really.
Yeah.
The whole show is like 8 songs. Yeah. But no, I understand that because I remember that you said that Darren Criss was obviously busy at Glee at this point. So when he was writing all the songs, there was not much. Yeah. Oh,
which is rough. Is
4 ways. Okay. Well, I haven't seen the actual musical of that. I've seen.
Fake theater, kid. Fake.
I've seen a movie version of it, but weirdly enough, it was not a movie version that had the musicals songs in it.
Sure.
Because it was before the famous like Hugh Jackman Anne Hathaway version came out. So it was one without the songs we saw in class in primary school. I was like, I found out it was a musical afterwards. It's like, oh, this is based on the Victor Hugo book. It's like, okay, fine, all right, fair enough. There's a musical.
I would say not being a big fan of the parallel lyrics really sucks for me because I love Will Wood and he loves parallel lyrics.
I just love voice over each other. I think it's called a madrigal. Oh, I just remember. Speaking of madrigals, yeah, Encanto's the same thing, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, never mind. I have seen plenty of examples. I just forgot all of them immediately for some reason. Posting my Benin baguette jokes. Oh. I know what you mean by that, yes. Just send it to me. Well, I was gonna say, like, send me like the clip of them all singing at once, yeah. I mentioned Les Mis as like an example of a musical that doesn't like ever like let up as far as songs go. Where they'll actually be talking like this, even if there's no music going on, because they have to sing for the whole thing, and it's kind of cheating.
So
yeah.
I will say that kind of. So if you guys haven't seen it, I really like An Iliad. It's a play that's a retelling of the Iliad. And it's very good. I especially like the evergreen version of it. Which, by the way, there's some lore there that I found about recently that I don't have time to talk about. Did you guys? If you guys don't know, the original myths actually were done through song. That they were sung, and they make reference to that inside of An Iliad, where he's like, "Oh yeah, last one time I did this song," and he doesn't actually sing, but they mention it. But do any of you guys know any like full length like adaptations of these of like the Greek myths, but done in like song the whole time? Not like a modern day adaptation like Hadestown or something. I mean like just straight man, just the Iliad, but actually sung. Is that a thing that exists?
I feel like if one person tried to sing the entire Iliad, they would get the driest throat imaginable super quickly.
Well, I don't know. People did it. I don't know. People did it. So clearly, there's a technique there.
I always thought that like the different parts would have been sung like separately at different times, and Homer was compiling them all. I thought that was my logic behind that.
Yeah, I've always kind of wondered.
Otherwise it's like, you know, performing today, The Odyssey, from 5 a.m. to midnight.
No,
Like,
Frederick, epic doesn't count. I don't mean an adaptation. I mean, well, I mean, I guess I mean literally adapting, not necessarily like a reimagining. I love Epic the musical, but it's not The Odyssey. You know, it's based on The Odyssey. There's a difference.
yeah. Pretty sure Ariel wanted to be part of the human model. Someone had been part of. Yeah. Well, she hadn't met the prince by the time in that song, I believe, in the order of events. But also, again, she could want multiple things. If there's one defined trait that defines every Disney princess, they always want more. So they're gonna want multiple things, you know?
Yeah, they must be an interesting like character to be partners with, you know, because it's like, you know, the end of the movie happens, they're like, you know, I'm real bored. What do we do next? I want to do something new.
Which is why Disney had so many sequels with them. Well, not why money, but which was narratively the excuse for how they came to be.
Yeah, man, that money thing never really worked out, did it?
I think I actually saw part of Little Mermaid 2 before I saw the first one. It was like playing randomly in someone's house, I think. And I presume it was the first one for some time. So I was like, wait a minute, where's the scene where like one of them walks on the golden tail on like like that? It's like, wait a minute, that doesn't happen in this one? There's two of them?
I have seen Lion King 1.5.
It's a musical?
Lion King 1.5 is something.
Don't spill anything. Yeah, just doing some of these spit takes because of my childhood realizations. All right. Okay. I think this is like time to wrap up the stream anyway, actually, because we've said all our pieces. Is there anyone else do you want to add about, you know, Act 1, Part 1, which I'll now rename the stream accordingly?
No.
Sorry, Act 2, Part 1, I mean.
Yeah, I think there was, but I don't remember it.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm sure I'll remember it after it ends.
I gotta change the thumbnail too, actually. All right. Lion King 1 is literally one of my favorite sequels of all time. Fair enough. I actually did watch Lion King movies in order, weirdly enough. Because actually, again, we were doing an end-of-year performance of one of the Lion King songs, so for some time, to get us like in the spirit of it, my teacher just showed us all of them, even though we needed the one scene. I don't know. I think we was like just like fast forward to that point in the movie as well, rather than like have like a separate clip. Again, before the people were editing stuff.
I also apparently unlocked a memory of Bond watching Lion King 1.5 as well. I guess chat here is just big fans of Lion King 1.5, which is kind of amazing.
We're missing a market here as far as content goes.
Yeah, just watching Lion King 1.5 and reviewing it.
If we had a Twitch channel, we could do that and then upload that as this is a vlog, but we don't. So
the Otter song, which I think right there it was one of the opening songs if I recall. It was I forget. It's what is Timon? It's whatever species he is has an entire song dedicated to them and their work ethic right at the start.
Oh yeah. He's a meerkat, I believe.
Meerkat.
So. Yeah, and that is definitely 1.5 because obviously like Lion King 2 has the "He lives in you" like that one.
Yeah, Festu says dig a tunnel. That meerkat dig a tunnel. Yeah. Abby Ozentier dig a tunnel. Well, yeah, everyone loves this song.
Yeah, everyone. That's why they can all agree on a title. You know, is it
Which
dig
I
a tunnel?
couldn't.
Meerkat dig a tunnel, dig dog a tunnel, meerkat digs tunnel, dig a tunnel, dig
dig S tunnel. Dig S tunnel is my favorite.
That sounds like a nom de plume of some kind. The Lion King 1.5, directed by Dig S Tunnel.
I have to make that a thing. Dig S tunnel.
Your director, Dave, is gonna be Dig S Tunnel.
Shoot, I already pre-scheduled some stuff on It's fine. The next thing I do, I'll put in the credits as a bit of a Easter egg directed by Dig S Tunnel.
Fair enough then. Okay, but for now, I suppose, yes, it's time for us to go. So, what are your thoughts? There's no means of liking or disliking, and leaving your comments on what we've missed out for this particular part, or
I remember.
What to look forward to.
Red alert! I remember. I can't believe they spent so long on one scene where they're all just sitting on each other's lap, and it's 3 people. It's across 3 people, multiple minutes, uncut.
I mean, again, I don't mind that because sometimes you have to slow down. I guess because we're watching these in like 4 parts, it's kind of like segmented in that way. But if we watch it like all the way through, it wouldn't be too bad to like have a moment like, let's just take a bit of a breather from the action and the puppetry and the the this and the that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that was the thought. That was the thing
okay.
I forgot.
Okay, fair enough then. All right, so what we got to? Oh yes, we'll see you all soon enough in another But a Bunch video. Toodle pip.
Bye.